Good morning. Welcome to Rendezvous with Alysia, only on Madhouse TV, every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Today, we're doing something for the first time ever. We're having Brian from Talent Army Promotions Skype into the show. He'll be coming on after the first segment of the show. Today's show is sponsored by Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics. Elizabeth is located at Paper Doll Vintage Boutique, right in the heart of where are you located?
Sayville.
Sayville.
Right
I was
on
going to
Main
say
Street.
Selden. In Sayville on Long Island. But my co-host today on the show is John Landers. John Landers owns and operates the Indie Big Apple Music Series, which is one of Chris and I, I'm really tongue-tied today, one of our affiliates, John Landers, from the Indie Big Apple Music Series. So we're going to get into the show, and ending the show is going to be an awesome performance by Angelica Johnny, who is on a radio tour across the whole United States, and we really can't wait to get her on. But I'd like to open the show with our sponsor for today, Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics. How are you today?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been on vacation a little, so I'm sorry that I'm a little tongue-tied. This is live, so nothing can be cut out. But anyway, so tell me all about you. I love your dress. I love your style.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So obviously your name is Elizabeth Rose.
Yes.
And you marketed your own cosmetic line.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. How did this start? When did you get into the makeup industry?
Well, I've always certainly had a passion for makeup, and I went to school for skincare therapy. And when I did that, I learned a little bit more about, what good products are and, how to do professional techniques and sanitary makeup applications. And it's just something that I've grown with.
Nice. So how did you find Paper Doll Vintage Boutique?
The owner, Dominique, is a very dear friend of mine, and we worked together for a little while and both had the same passions and same dreams, so we decided to open up shop, and she sells vintage designer clothing, and I sell my cosmetics line. So we do like full head-to-toe makeovers where, we'll have a client come in and we'll do, makeup, personal styling. We can have a hair person come in, and we just do the full nines.
Now, do you only work out of Paper Doll Vintage Boutique, or do you travel to people? What do you do?
No, I travel a little bit, for weddings and proms and special events. I'll travel, to either somebody's house or, wherever I'm needed for the job. And I do the boudoir shoots, too, and that is done in, like, a beautiful hotel setting where we have women come in by appointment, and we do where Dominique, the owner of Paper Doll, does the styling, I do the makeup, and we have a photographer do a beautiful boudoir setup.
Sweet. Now, you do something special there on Fridays, I believe, right?
Yes. On Friday nights, I do a $15 makeup special from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And I figure it's a great way to get people to just try on some of the makeup before they go out on a Friday night. I feel like it's a way to feel a little bit special, a little bit fancier before you go out.
I think that's a great idea. Now, would we have to make an appointment?
Yeah, it's best to make an appointment beforehand because they do book up a little bit, so it's a little hard to organize with all the walk-ins. Mm-hmm. But, typically I can do walk-ins, but it's easier to make an appointment.
Oh, it's nice. Now, recently I saw you, I think we met through Shoshana Sagara, who owns the Ultimate Indulgence Events, and she just had a really big event, and you did some beautiful work, and you did some pretty predominant people there.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for Shoshana. She has introduced me to some seriously fantastic people, and I got the amazing opportunity to do Nora from Mob Wives and Catherine Monet from All My Children. So I got that opportunity, and they are just absolute dolls. It was a phenomenal experience.
And I hear you probably will be working with Shoshana, doing more people at her future events. Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, how important is makeup to a woman?
I feel like if a little bit of eyeliner can genuinely change the way they feel about themselves. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen women who can come in, not feeling their best, and you can put a little bit of makeup on them, and it can change their entire perspective. Mm-hmm. It can change their entire outlook about how they feel about themselves. And if makeup's able to do that, I feel like that's, an incredible thing.
Oh, definitely. John runs the Indie Big Apple Music Series, and once a month he has a group of independent artists perform live. And I ran into one of your artists, John, and had no makeup on the street, and I didn't even recognize her. But then to see her come alive at one of your performances, I mean, I'm sure you get it all the time dealing with so many musicians and artists. Like you, as a man, you can see that, makeup would bring a woman alive.
Oh, absolutely.
Or whatever, right?
Yes. I mean, that makes it for sure. And also, I just want to make some simple correction. It's the Big Apple Indie Music
It's the
Series.
Big Apple. Oh, sorry about
That's
that. Yeah,
okay.
it's the Big Apple.
No worries.
Yeah.
But yes, we get all kinds of people there. It's quite the event.
We actually, JT was sponsoring a woman, and she reminds me a lot of you, Elizabeth. I think she had green or blue hair when she came in. She was an actress. She was a performer. She sang 2 of your events ago, and I don't remember her name. She reminded me of Katy Perry, but her makeup was so beautiful, and that was the first thing that I noticed on her was her makeup, her hair color, because she had a little color, and her makeup. I think she was one of JT's girls.
I'm trying to think who that could be. Brian.
2 shows ago.
2 shows ago?
Yeah.
So that would have been, okay, so March. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Give me a moment to think.
Okay, yeah. But I'm wondering if have you ever done musicians, or have you ever done, I know you were talking to Angelica Johnny's mom about maybe doing the album cover or doing the video.
Absolutely.
Is that something you would be interested in?
Absolutely. I've done some local musicians, but I'm always looking to, move forward, and I'm really excited about the album cover. That sounds phenomenal. She wants like a rainbow style look. I think that'll be beautiful.
That's a hot look too.
Yeah, and the colors in my makeup line have super rich pigments, so that'll definitely come out nice.
Oh, now what I wanted to ask, because I may invite myself. I wasn't officially invited yet to be a part of your not boudoir photo shoot, but your burlesque photo shoot. Are you're having an event or something, right?
Well, we do burlesque classes at the shop, and Shoshana was talking about, doing some type of burlesque workshop there too, about, just getting to love your body and love the skin you're in, and that's a huge part of burlesque is loving yourself and loving your body and loving the skin that you're in. That's huge when it comes to burlesque.
And you do the boudoir shoots also? Do you do them at the Paper Doll Vintage?
Yeah, we do the classes at Paper Doll Vintage Boutique. We have Legs Malone come in, and she does a little burlesque class. She'll teach you how to do a glove peel or a stocking peel, and she really is an outstanding woman. She's an inspiration.
Oh wow! Now, what has been your biggest challenge in the makeup industry?
I think my biggest challenge has been probably just getting myself out there and, meeting new people. But that's something that comes with the territory and comes with progress. I've been lucky to meet Shoshana, and Shoshana's introduced me to a brand new group of people. And, the more people you meet, the more you grow. So.
Oh, definitely. Now, how about doing weddings? Have you ever done like a bridezilla and you've gotten through her face and you've been like, I got hours left to go. I got to do her mother, who's worse than her.
See, no, I honestly think that when it comes to brides, anyone's going to be stressed out. Yeah. Of course they're going to be stressed out on their wedding day. And as a makeup artist, it's my job to keep everyone calm, relaxed, and feeling beautiful. So I don't worry about bridezillas because when I'm done, they feel wonderful.
Now, where are you located?
Right on Main Street in Sayville, right next to Cafe Joelle and Boris's Barber Shop.
And that's where the Paper Doll Vintage Boutique is located, and you're inside the boutique. And what is the phone number where we can get in contact with you?
The number is 631-319-1919.
Okay, we are speaking with Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics. She's the show sponsor for today, but we did not touch base on your cosmetics, so to speak. We talked about her abilities and all the people that you've done and your events and stuff, but tell me about the actual product line.
It's all my own product line, which is fantastic because it makes it so easy for me to travel with, and anything that I use on people's faces is for sale too, so that makes it, really easy just to work around. And I love my products because the pigments are so rich and the quality is so smooth. It's an incredible line, and I think you'll see later I might do Shoshana, show you a little bit of what I can do, and you'll see it really, as soon as you try a little bit on your hand, it's like nothing you've
Well,
ever
what
seen
kind of
before.
product? Is it a lip liner? Is it a concealer? What exactly
I've
is
got
the
a little bit
product?
of everything. I've got,
Really?
you know, I've got a couple different eyeshadow palettes, blushes, foundation, concealer, eyeliner. I've got it all
And where do you sell them?
right out of my shop.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So it's Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics. She also has her own cosmetic line. You can get it at Paper Doll Vintage Boutique on Main Street in, why do I keep wanting to say Selden?
It's Sayville.
Sayville, in Sayville. Let's get that straight. Sayville. The phone number again is?
631-319-1919.
Okay. You can make an appointment on Friday evenings between 5 and 9 p.m. Elizabeth Rose will do $15 makeup application so you can look your hottest, ladies, before you go out. Now, quick question. Have you ever done makeup on men? Is that?
I have.
You have?
I have.
What is that like?
It's actually not all that different. The only difference, I guess, would be like the facial hair is a little different to work with. But, you know, being right by Fire Island, I get a nice male clientele.
You know what? That's right.
Yeah, because the Fire Island ferries are right there. So I definitely get male clientele, which is really fun.
Now, do you also do waxing, or are you just specific
I'm
makeup?
licensed to do waxing. I'm a licensed esthetician, so I'm licensed in doing that too. But my specialty is really makeup right now.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so again, Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics, located on Main Street in Sayville. I got it right. Friday nights from 5 to 9 p.m. Make an appointment with her. She will do $15 makeup applications. She also does weddings, proms, sweet 16s, any event possible. She will also travel to you. She has her own cosmetic line, which can be purchased at the Paper Doll Vintage Boutique. Again, Main Street in Sayville. Now, where are your social media? Where can we find you on social media?
I use Facebook, I use Instagram, and that's pretty much it right now. I've been working on setting up a Twitter account and a website.
Oh, you'll love Twitter.
Yeah, I've heard
Twitter.
wonderful things
Yeah,
about Twitter.
I love
I've been told I have to get on it.
You have. Johnny, you on Twitter?
Absolutely.
You are.
Hell
And
yeah.
Ryan's on Twitter also.
We're all in it. Yep.
So what is your Facebook, Addie?
It's just like Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics on Facebook.
Okay. Okay, again, the show today is sponsored by Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics, located on Main Street in Sayville. You can find her on Facebook at Elizabeth Rose Cosmetics. And that's about it. We are going to cut to our first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be speaking with John and Brian. Brian from Talent Army Promotions and John Landers from the Big Apple Music Indie Series that I never get the name right, but we'll go over it when we come back. Have a great enjoy the commercials.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Huntington Toyota, the experience of a lifetime. Don't take our word for it.
The experience for me at Huntington Toyota made me feel very comfortable.
Their professionalism, their honesty, and their integrity. I've bought at least 9 or 10 cars here at Huntington Toyota. They give me the best price around.
It never was about high pressure. It never was about them. It was always about us.
Today's cars are very similar, but Huntington Toyota is very different.
Huntington Toyota, where it's all about you.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hour. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC.
The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
Welcome to Shoreline Beverage. We are located on New York Avenue in Huntington, just 1/2 mile north of the Huntington Station for Long Island Railroad. Shoreline Beverage is Long Island's preeminent beverage distributor, specializing in a wide variety of beer, soda, and related items. With our huge selection of craft and imported beer, along with Long Island's largest array of non-alcoholic beverages and soft drinks, you will agree, Shoreline Beverage is your #1 source for all your beverage needs. We also supply ice, kegs, chips, and other snack foods, making Shoreline Beverage a convenient one-stop shopping experience. We offer a huge assortment of cold beverages and feature Long Island's first growler station, serving up 5 fresh beers on tap for your enjoyment. Be sure to check out our website to see what is currently on tap. Our friendly and courteous staff will assist you in every way in order to make every visit to Shoreline Beverage a pleasurable experience. So remember, make Shoreline Beverage your only choice when it comes to your beverage needs. Mention this commercial and receive the free gift on your next visit to Shoreline Beverage.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it. Faster.
You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh! Don't even think about it!
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it.
Aye.
Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
When your cable's on the fritz, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, your daughter imitates. When your daughter imitates, she gets thrown out of school. When she gets thrown out of school, she meets undesirables. When she meets undesirables, she ties the knot with undesirables. And when she ties the knot with undesirables, you get a grandson with a dog collar. Don't have a grandson with a dog collar. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
We are back on Rendezvous with Alysia every Saturday morning only on Madhouse TV at 11 a.m. Right now, today's a pretty good big show for me, and I'm so tongue-tied. Anyway, we're sitting with John Landers, who I'm really excited. I met John Landers back in January at Times Square in New York City. Chris and I were covering a red carpet event for Brimstone, and John Landers happened to be there, and we met him. We've been, bantering back and forth for a couple months, and we finally affiliated ourselves with each other. John owns the Big Apple Indie Music Series. Now, once a month in New York City at a hidden location, a lot of indie artists get to perform and get to showcase themselves in front of major television networks, in front of other musicians, in front of actors, in front of movie producers. Now, along with John Landers is Brian, who owns Talent Army Promotions. Brian is here with us. He's on the Skype, so hopefully you can all see him on the computer. But my big question to the two of you is, how did you guys meet? I've been trying to ask you this for a long time.
Well, when I started doing the research for this 2 years ago, I did a lot of networking. And through all the networking I've been doing, including 34 meetup groups, all the different Chamber of Commerces around the tri-state area, I met a David Gross. David isn't very involved, has been involved in the music industry. He has also a nonprofit that supports music into the public schools here in New York City. So we got to meet, and he's good friends of Brian. So he thought, when he saw what I was doing, he thought Brian would be a good matchup with us. Yeah. And that's how he kind of introduced Brian to me after my first event.
Now, you are like a graphic design artist or something, right? So where did your love for the indie artists come from?
Well, I also started writing my own music back in '99. That was therapy from a divorce from a 29-year marriage. That got me through a very dark period, and it helped me get through that. But it brought me back to my roots, because I was also a drummer back in the '60s.
Get out of here, were you?
Yeah, I was. We had in my high school and everything. So I lost track of getting involved in music all these years, getting involved with a whole different industry altogether. And so when I started writing music, and actually I just picked up a keyboard at Circuit City. I played the trial thing on it, and it was the theme to James Bond movies, which I'm a big fan of. So it was like impulse. I bought it home. I labeled the keys. I never read music before. I don't play keyboard, but I started playing by ear. And then I met a really good music producer, Bobby Tamero at Funky Boy Music, and he actually has produced all my music with a CD of 9 tracks right now. But after that, I wanted to get back into my passion of music.
So you pretty much are an indie artist yourself.
Yes.
And that's where your big heart to help other people.
Right. I mean, I don't perform myself. I'm a very not polished keyboardist, but I like to write the music and the lyrics, and if I can collaborate with other artists, that's what I like doing. But that's my passion. And after getting my first tracks written up or recorded with Bobby, it made me realize how good things could sound compared to what I sound like. And I wanted to give back after that. It was just a natural thing for me. I said, you know what, I got to do this for others. And that's what I'm here to support independent artists.
I love it. Now, Brian, how about you? Where did your love for the music industry come from?
Wow. When I was 10 years old, I in New York City, living in New York City, and was walking by and saw all these trucks and lights, and I happened to notice Mick Jagger walking into a limo and taking off. And so I went over to the people there and I said, well, how do I get to be part of this? How do I get to help you guys? And they said, you don't. So I actually came back 2 blocks away where I lived with a broom, and they all looked at me and I said, I'll sweep the set for free. I just want to be part of this. And they all laughed and they let me sweep the set. And the next thing I know, I was working for one of the hottest video production companies in New York. And I was just hooked ever since. I faked my working papers at 15 so that I can get paid. And, by 27, I had an Emmy Award and a Cannes Film Festival. And then from there, it just sort of took off. I met a lot of people and just expanded my interest in video and music and in entertainment.
Wow. Now, when did you launch Talent Army Promotions?
The one constant that I see in the industry, whether you're an actor or a model or a singer or a drummer, is that it's very difficult to get that first break. And that's sort of true in life. I mean, you can't get a job without experience, but you can't get experience unless you get your first job. So the one constant I got was constantly getting demos or EPKs sent to me. And I just couldn't possibly listen to everything at one shot. And I knew that there was probably diamonds in all that garbage. There was probably some hit songs and some artists that really should get exposure. So what I did was I thought of what would be the best outlet. And this is, of course, before the internet was around. So I started putting on shows at CBGB's, the late, great CBGB's, and Don Hill's also recently closed down. And we would do these great shows where we'd take soul and rap and hard rock and put it all together, and people thought we were crazy. Like, you can't put these type of shows together, people won't get along. And it was amazing. And then, you know, a couple of years later, people started calling it mashup, where you take all different types of music and put them on the same stage, and it was great. And that show just took off. And when the internet started to really take off, I thought of putting this as a platform online. And then, you know, a few years later, I hooked up with the right tech people, and about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we actually launched Talent Army Promotions, which is a site that gets people opportunities like John and I to perform at the Big Apple Indie Music Series once a month, to meet and work with some of the top people in the industry. And so they submit their song to us. Think of it as X Factor online. You send us your material, and if we're impressed, we can get it to the next level, and we can get people hooked up. And the best part about John and I, as you know, is that we don't ask anything from the artist. We don't want their royalties. We don't want a piece of publishing, nothing. All we ask is for the right to promote them and their success, should they find success via our outlet and our website and our show. That's all we ask them for, is that right to say to other artists, hey, look what we can do for you too. And that's all we really need.
Yeah, you know, you guys are really so generous. Chris and I, we have our lead writer. His name is Angel Rodriguez, but he's also an aspiring rapper, a singer, a musician. And I had asked him to call John Landers to interview, you know, you guys, and do a really nice write-up in our webzine called Talk Rendezvous. And you had a cancellation, and out of the goodness of your heart, John opened the door and allowed Angel to perform live at the Big Apple Indie Music Series last month at the Gibson Guitar Center in the city. And he was blown away just by your one act of kindness. I mean, you just made us so happy, you made him so happy, and we love it. Now, your next performance is going to be July 11th in the city. Can people still buy tickets for that?
Yes, on wowme.com. That's WOWWMEE.com. They can still get tickets. We have a limited number, but because we really bring in the industry people mostly, but we do have a number of tickets available still on that.
Now,
Lisa, let me add something interesting to that Angel story. So yes, we did have an opening, and the timing was just really good, and we John and I had invited Angel to perform. And then after his performance, John and I did something that, again, no other showcase anywhere does. There's no one that does what we do for artists. We made a phone call to people at Examiner.com. Now, Examiner.com is the 450th biggest website on the planet, 100,000 sites linked to them. So if you get on that site, that is serious exposure. So we made a phone call, and we said, listen, I want you to check out the 5 acts, because we don't play favoritism. We said, check out the 5 acts, and whoever you like the best, to our writer friend, do a piece. And we do that every month, by the way. We pick one of the 5 people that perform, one of the 5 acts. Anyway, Angel was chosen, the article was written, and I would imagine that the dials on his social media are spinning out of control at this point, because I know he's thanked us already. And that's another point as to what we do, is we really try to give back to the artist, because if you play it forward, it's going to come back to you in spades.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely. And that's the one thing that was, you guys, we were drawn, Chris and I were drawn to Brian and John, because they're just like us. They believe in karma. They give forward. They pay everything back tenfold. And that's really how doors are going to open for everybody going across the board. Now, Brian, what I wanted to ask you was, outside of music, I know you couldn't be here today because you're home with your kids and stuff like that. But I feel like every time I talk to you and John, you guys are working like dogs. You're working 24/7, 7 days a week to make this happen. What do you like to do on your downtime?
What downtime?
Yeah.
Well, like you said, I'm home with my kids today. I try to take at least a day off and spend some time with them. But, the thing about music and the thing about entertainment, and I'm sure that John would agree, is that, there's always, every second, every day, there's just so much material. The internet has opened up an entire world of music. The problem is, you can spend your whole life listening and you never even scratch the surface of what's out there. So, I try to enjoy various types of music. I try to listen to a lot of music. look at a lot of scripts. I also do a lot of film stuff, and mostly music, though. And if I find something that blows me away, as John does, we send it to each other, and we say, what do you think? I mean, this guy's great. We should give him a shot. And, so I spend a lot of my free time basically doing what I do during my working time, which is just listening to good music and trying to help the next great artist.
Oh, nice. Now, tell me about your next, both of you, John and Brian, about the July 11th performance in the city. Are you still looking for sponsors? Are you still taking applications? Or is the show, I mean, we have coming on live right after the next commercial, Angelica Johnny. Now, Angelica Johnny is booked for your October show. You guys are booked for the rest of the year. This is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, for the rest of 2013, your shows are booked. We have one of the indie artists that will be performing live October. But tell us about the July 11th show. That's your next show. We can still get tickets, sponsorship, performances. I mean, what's going on?
Well, I can tell you that we have Rose Marriott coming to perform. She's a very unique artist. Also a guy called 13 Hands, which is really out of the ordinary, and he's got some unique talent. Rosa, and I have pronounced the last name, it's an Iceland name, it's Gudmundsdottir, but she'll tell you better than that. And she's awesome. She's got some really good talent. And also we have Lizzie Blasquez. She's I think a Spanish kind of background of pop singer. And then we have a blues guy coming in here called Blues Buddha. And he's got some awesome blues, original stuff coming in as well. So we have that. And then the thing that we're also doing now, going forward, is we linked up with a new startup called Spacebar.com. Yes. And what that allows us to do, each artist can have its own fan base be heard live, live feed audio for at the event worldwide, globally, anywhere the fan base is for that artist. And so we're already global with this event.
Oh, sweet. Well, again, we are sitting with John Landers from the Big Apple Indie Music Series. On the Skype is Brian from Talent Army Promotions. And you've been getting a little glimpse of Elizabeth Rose doing a makeover, actually, on Shoshana Sagara, who owns the Ultimate Indulgence Events. Well, we are going to cut to another commercial break. When we come back, we have independent artist Angelica Johnny, who's going to be coming on. Brian and John are going to interview her a little bit, and we're going to find out how Angelica got involved with the Big Apple Indie Music Series and Talent Army Promotions. So stay tuned. Enjoy our commercials.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, Jesus.
know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it. Faster. You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh! Don't even think about it! Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Huntington Toyota, the experience of a lifetime. Don't take our word for it.
The experience for me at Huntington Toyota made me feel very comfortable.
It's their professionalism, their honesty, and their integrity. I've bought at least 9 or 10 cars here at Huntington Toyota. They give me the best price around.
It never was about high pressure. It never was about them. It was always about us.
Today's cars are very similar, but Huntington Toyota is very different.
Huntington Toyota, where it's all about you.
We are back. Rendezvous with Alysia every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. only on Madhouse TV. I was on vacation last week. After today, I'm on vacation pretty much for the rest of the summer. I'm only going to be here for one more show, which is August 3rd. But I filled every Rendezvous with Alysia slot with a very special television host who is going to bring my audience and so many other people to tune in to Rendezvous with Alysia every Saturday morning at 11. But anyway, we are back. We have independent artist Angelica Johnny, who's here. And I wanted really for Brian and John Landers to really interview Angelica, because Angelica being an independent artist and, you know, Brian owning Talent Army Promotions and John having the Big Apple Indie Music Series, how they met Angelica, how Angelica got to perform this October coming up, it's all a mystery to me. So I'd like to fill you all in on how their company works, meets, and deals with independent artists. So John and Brian, I'm leaving it up to you if you want to speak to Angelica and
well, I'm just trying to remember how we got to meet now. You know, I get so many submissions. And where did we actually first get that introduction?
Probably my mom probably sent over something to you, and then you had emailed me.
Okay. All
and
right.
you said you were interested for me to come down as a guest
Yes.
and check it out.
That's right. What we normally do, if I hear someone that's good, rather than just invite them to perform, I'd rather them come to the event first to see what it's like.
Right.
It's the best way to get them kind of hooked in a sense, because once they see what we're doing, they want to be on that show, and that's how we get so many people. So when did you start writing your own material?
I wrote my first song when I was 12, but I got my first song published last August. I produced my first song last August. So.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Brian, you got some questions?
Well, it's my statement is more of a statement than a question. I think it's wonderful that she writes her music and sings her music and performs, because it just makes an artist more appealing and more diverse. And, you know, you look at the example of a person that could write music and also write the lyrics. You know, you look at someone like, I'll give you an example. I just spoke to people who manage Missy Elliott, who's a R&B and rap singer, and you might not have heard her name lately because now she's producing and she's getting her music to everybody. So a person that has diversity as an artist has more appeal because you can always fall back on one of the different things that you specialize in.
Oh, I love that statement. That definitely. Now, I find, too, that, you know, the way that the Big Apple Indie Music Series and Town Army Promotions does so much, so many packages, so many performances for the indie artists. Did you feel like a big door was open for you, the fact that you're going to be performing live in front of I mean, movie producers, major
Right.
TV networks.
Yeah, I mean, I met so many people there just that I was able to hand my card out to, like, so many connections.
Mhm.
And, like, we got connected that way, so.
That's how Chris and I met you
Right.
and your mom that night, back in March. Yeah, wow. Oh, no, not March. Maybe it was April or something. Yeah. It was about
I think
2
it was
months
May,
ago.
actually. It was probably
maybe
May.
May. Yeah, that we met. And then your mom sent us your CD, and
Right.
we got so just by being at that one event, the networking is phenomenal with the amount of people that are there.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, with, the first hour, we usually open the doors at 6 o'clock. We have the first hour, it's all networking. Then we start our first performance of one of the 5 at 7. And each artist will get to sing up to 3 songs each per artist. That way, the A&R people and all the people that we bring into the industry can get a good mix and the feel of each of the artists in a short period of time. And then following that, we also have more networking after that. Plus, we do feed everyone. We have catered food. We have a wine bar. We take care of everyone that comes to our event.
And right, and to John's point, we don't just let the artist perform and shake their hand and say, see you later, which again would be, you know, more than 99% of the other showcases in the country do. We will take them off stage, and obviously if anyone says to me, hey, she's amazing, I need to meet her from a company or a record label, I'll walk them right over, of course. But we also sort of like to softly introduce the artist to other musicians and to record labels and to film, writers and film people and casting people, because even if you don't get a major deal out of our show, we've had people already getting song placement from their songs, which is another way to help pay your bills if you're an artist.
Oh, definitely. Now, you're just coming off a radio tour, right?
Yeah.
You've been on a radio tour for quite some time. Now, a lot of the artists, well, not a lot of them, but Chris and I have met some of the artists from, the Big Apple Indie Music Series, and some of them aren't where Angelica Joni is in their career, but they're still able to perform. Now, Angelica, tell us about your career, about your music tour. I believe you're going down to Florida to be with John Cicada soon, too, so tell us about that.
Well, I did this thing last summer called the IDA program, and it stands for Inspire and Develop Artists, and that was another place that had great connections. I wrote Right Through You with Troy Remy, Michael Lyric, and it was amazing, and I've gotten such great exposure from that song. Like, it's been played on all different radio stations all over. I think one of my songs have been playing in Australia. So, yeah, I did a radio tour. I was being played in Nashville, PA, Miami, New York. So everything is coming together, and it's like working out really well.
Now, you're debuting a new song, I think, right?
Yes, Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker. Tell us about that song. Did you write that over a boy? Or?
No, I mean, things just come to me. Like, even if it doesn't apply to me, like, it came to me, and I was like, you know what, this could be about this person or whatever. Like, I just wrote it, and then, I know people that said to me, like, oh my God, this song is me. And that's what I want to do, because I want people to relate to me. So.
Nice. So what songs are you going to be performing here?
All 4 songs that I wrote, which is Right Through You, Fly, Heartbreaker, and Rainbow.
Very nice. Now, in the corner, if everybody can see, we have Elizabeth Rose doing a makeover on Shoshana Sagara from the Ultimate Indulgence event. So we're going to tune in on that. Again, Elizabeth Rose is the sponsor for today's show. You can find her on Main Street in Sayville at the Paper Doll Vintage Boutique. We're going to cut to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to enjoy the sound of Angelica Joni performing live. So enjoy our commercials.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power. Old Spice body spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power.
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
When your cable's on the fritz, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, your daughter imitates. When your daughter imitates, she gets thrown out of school. When she gets thrown out of school, she meets undesirables. When she meets undesirables, she ties the knot with undesirables. And when she ties the knot with undesirables, you get a grandson with a dog collar. Don't have a grandson with a dog collar. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When you pay too much for cable, you throw things. When you throw things, people think you have anger issues. When people think you have anger issues, your schedule clears up. When your schedule clears up, you grow a scraggly beard. When you grow a scraggly beard, you start taking in stray animals. And when you start taking in stray animals, you can't stop taking in stray animals. Stop taking in stray animals. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
You make colors come to life. I see green and red and blue and purple in your eyes. I feel magic from your touch. I dream every crayon color, such a crazy rush. And there you go again, brighten up the sky. There's almost in a chance whenever you arrive. I don't think you could ever shine brighter. You're rainbow when you smile. You leave rainbows when you lie. You're rainbow deep inside. You're a rainbow in my eyes, in my eyes. When we kiss, I feel pain. There goes golden, beige, and silver every time you blink. I taste crimson on your lips. You hold the warmest sheets of love inside your fingertips. life. I don't think you can ever shine brighter. You're a rainbow when you smile. You leave rainbows where you lie. You're a rainbow deep inside. You're a rainbow in my eyes, in my eyes. You put Crayola to shame, the way you color the rain. Every drop shine, the clouds are hiding, the sun comes out again. You're the star of the show, and so everyone will know that you're a rainbow. You're a rainbow. When you smile, you leave rainbows where you lie, where you lie, where you lie. Deep inside, deep inside. You're a rainbow in my eyes, in my eyes. Yeah. When you smile, you leave rainbows where you lie. You're a rainbow deep inside, deep inside. Rainbow inside my eyes, in my eyes. Thank you, thank you. This is Heartbreaker. She ain't like nothing you've ever seen. Step right out from a movie screen. Boys will beg and fight for her. They spend their last dime with her, but they never ever win. Might as well give up. She will never love. She's just like a drug. You can't get enough. Break her and let take her. She'll never kiss and tell. She's a heartbreaker and a love forsaker. She'll put you under her spell, 'cause she plays the game all too well. She does the same thing to all the guys. Stop them from truth and feed them lies. This girl is way too hot. She'll take you for all you got. Give her your heart, then she'll rob you blind. Oh no, no, no. Might as well give up. She will never love. She's just like a drug. You can't get enough. Break her and let take her. She'll never kiss and tell. She's a heartbreaker and a love forsaker. She'll put you under her spell, 'cause she plays the game all too well. Don't break your heart. She's gonna break your heart. She'll never kiss and tell. She will cast a spell. She plays the game so well. She's a heartbreaker. Yeah. She'll never kiss and tell. She's a heartbreaker. She'll put you under her spell. Her spell. She's a heartbreaker. She's a heartbreaker. She's a heartbreaker. She's a heartbreaker. She'll never kiss and tell. She's a heartbreaker. She's a heartbreaker. She'll put you under her spell, 'cause she plays the game on too well. If you only knew what she threw to you, she'll put you under her spell, 'cause she plays the game all too well.
Thank you. That's the one that should be coming out very soon, so. This is the one that I wrote last August. It's called Right Through You. I can't wait when we fight. I see sin in your eyes, letting go of this hurt. Didn't know you get worse, so save your stories now. You fill my mind with doubt. My tears are all cried out. I've learned what you're about. Thought that I knew you. I see right through you. And now you're this new you. So go on and do you. I look past who you are, walking fast through the door. I'll move on down the road. Once you're gone, I'll find home. I knew I'd find some help to finally pull me out. The lessons I've learned and bridges I've burned are stuck with me until it all fades away. Thought that I knew you. I see right through you. And now you're this new you. So go on and do you. If you see what we've been through and all that you do, you changed my views. Now you and everything you do, it's like you're brand new. And now I see you. Yeah. Whoa. Thought that I knew you. I see right through you. And now you're this new you. So go on and do you. Thought that I knew you. Too good to be true. And now you're this new you. So go on and do you. Go on and do you. Thank you so much.